Hey, how's it going? Come on in, grab a seat, make yourself comfortable. Why, thank you. I wanted to start off by saying that I really appreciate you finding the time to meet me today. So thanks once again. Not a problem. You're welcome. So what's this exciting product you're offering me today? Well, to start off, I want to tell you that our company has been around for some time now. I'm not really sure how long, but I've been told that our products are the real deal. Okay. Sounds good so far. Carry on. Now, because I'm quite new to the company and I'm still a bit green on the details of the products, I thought it would be a good idea if I just passed you on this information pack that contains all the details. And this way you can have a look at it and maybe get back to me with what you think. So that's it. That's all you got. That's it. What's going on, guys? Frank and Gordon here with another video, this time on the single most important sale in your life.
Now, for those that are new here, our channel is all about helping people dig out their inner potential to go further, faster. So let's get started. The single most important sale in your life. We're going to discuss this, which includes having deeper levels of conviction and how you can be more believable.
Now get this, the degree to which you're persuaded about yourself, convinced about yourself, and sold on yourself will be in proportion to the sales results that you generate.
This is a vital and unavoidable sale that you best not overlook if you're to perform at the top of your game.
It's also one of the most important tools you will need as a salesperson so that you can perform to your highest potential.
The bottom line is that if you're not selling or if you're struggling with your sales performance, to some degree, you are not convinced about yourself, your company, or your product, or all three.
If this is happening to you, step back and take stock. Understand that if your sales figures are suffering, there's something that you're not convinced about. You, your company, or maybe even your product.
That's it. If you're unable to generate sales or if your sales are slipping, something's happening. And you'll generally start by making excuses. You'll start pointing fingers at the economy, at the high levels of competition, at the lack of demand, or some other reason that you fixate upon.
You'll point fingers in every direction instead of at yourself. But the reality is, whenever you make excuses, it usually means that you're not convinced and not sure about what it takes to get results.
Gordon is saying that if you're making excuses in any way, it just means that you are not completely sold. What do we mean by this? Well, in order to become great in sales, you have to first of all be convinced about yourself. This is the greatest and single most important sale you will ever make.
According to us, rule number one in sales is to sell yourself to yourself. You have to be convinced in your abilities 100% of the way. You have to be sold on yourself. You must convince yourself that your ideas, your service, your product, the company that you work for are much more superior than others. You must first sell yourself to yourself.
You've also got to be sold on the company you work for. In other words, you've got to believe beyond doubt that you work for the best company in the industry. You've also got to sell the product that you sell to yourself. This is all a part of the most important sale, the sale of yourself and your company and your product to yourself.
It's only once you've got these core fundamentals in place that you can go out there and perform to your potential.
And you've got to make this important sale over and over. You've got to keep reinforcing yourself to yourself. You've got to sell yourself completely to yourself, 100% of the way. And the same goes for the company you work for and the product that you sell. That's when you become invincible in the field of sales.
Think about it. If you're not convinced about these things, how can you ever begin to convince others about them yourself? The most important sale you will ever make is the sale to yourself. You have to be 100% certain that you, your product, your service, and the company you represent are better than any other option.
This one point is critical to the level of your success. It cannot and mustn't be negotiated. You have to be utterly and completely convinced and believe who you are and what you are selling is incomparable with anything else. Believe it so intensely that you become unreasonable, almost fanatical, to the point that you won't even entertain or consider any other option.
You want to literally get so sold on yourself, so sold on your product and the company you work for, that no other option makes sense. This kind of energy and enthusiasm gives you confidence and makes you convincing and believable.
You know, if you waver and doubt yourself and your product, others will do the same. So keep in mind, you can only justify higher fees for your product or service to the degree that you believe in yourself, your product or your service. You've got to be convinced. And we're emphasizing this because there is no other way to reach the top. This is the most important sale you will ever make.
So we've got an exercise for you to do. List as many points as possible that makes you different and unique from others. What makes you, you? What makes you different? What are your qualities and strengths? And then move on to making a similar list about your product and then about the company that you work for.
The point is this: until you are absolutely convinced, others won't believe you. Others will never be convinced unless you are. In fact, the amount of conviction you have will dictate your level of success. Your conviction, your confidence in you and in your product is your make or break point.
If you're convinced and have confidence in yourself and your product, you will go out there and you will conquer.
You've got to be so firmly sold on yourself, your product, your ideas, your beliefs, and so on, that you demonstrate to others with absolute certainty that no other choices even come close. A sale is made when your conviction and belief are so strong that others will give up on their perspective and become convinced about yours. That is when the sale happens.
Ask yourself, why should people choose you over other salespeople? Why should people buy your product over products being sold by your competitor? And why should people choose your company over others?
And if you can't answer those questions quickly, it simply means that you are not convinced. If you're not completely convinced and sold, you've got to start selling yourself to yourself. Become so completely sold that you become irresistible to others. Remember, the most important sale is the sale to yourself. You have to be sold first before you can go out there and sell to others.
Well, that's all we got for you guys this time, so thanks for checking us out. Now, if you found this video interesting, you know the drill. Don't forget to hit that like button because your support really helps our channel go further, faster. Also consider sharing this video with your friends. Who knows? They might be curious to know what the most important sale is all about.
And finally, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, consider doing so now by clicking the subscribe button along with hitting the bell so that you could stay updated with our latest videos that we enjoy so much preparing for you guys.
Now, before we wrap up this video, remember to check out our channel for other videos.
Because you're sure to find some great tips and tools on how to help you dig out your inner potential to go further, faster.
Well, that's a wrap, guys, and we'll see you next time. Frank and Gordon, out.